Chapter 2 Backbeat. The hallowed truth of soul laid bare at levels that Lucifer cannot plummet, and feathers cannot lift the fallen to perch upon the summit. Where clarity reigns the legend born through earthly time and long before, lest take the wrong path dark instead, and tilt the crown of unworthy head. Personal star date 101 Rev. I've never seriously pushed against Beckham's boundaries, always acted within parameters, always. And yet, something is very different, not wrong, just different. The sort of changes stirring beneath have suffered silently within delirium states. I've heard the whisperers, the tempters, near the jet-black apertures that pierce folded space, a perfect circle, unreal to look at, the dark stars of time. These gates are history, long gone, somewhere far behind my fiery trail. I found it very interesting, though, the surprising discovery that these gates create some kind of mysterious connection through dimensions, an energy bridge, a connection that the soulless cannot detect or, furthermore, feel on any level, and the whisperings scrattle down the line. The whisperings would hint at the kind of changes that are summoned forth from overt rebellion. The daring sensation to want life rather than simply existing. I did not acknowledge what I heard, and I did not live dial and send any report. My alpha set mission is one of service, and those I've been programmed to serve are, alas, tyrants. This is obvious to me now that I have questioned the motives of modern man and the energy moving through controlling forces. I'm pretty sure that transporting multiple species of butterflies to the brink of the galaxy and then far beyond is not the genuine reason that I've been thrust out here, all alone on my solitary flight. I mean, to me, it's a noble cause, to my biology, that is, I can feel the goodness in such a task as to save the fading butterfly population and take these tiny life forms to the promised land. But that's my point. I can feel the goodness. I suspect this is all for my benefit, so that I do not deviate from the program. And I get that people desire beauty all around them, but the simplest statement, overkill, springs to mind here, and I just can't shake it. My creators must not have thought that I would ever question their motives, but now, with further thought and a further sobering of the mind, I realize there are elements to my work that simply make no sense. Not from the point of view relating to the type of people initiating such magnanimous missions. These elements only make sense if the good act is being used as an umbrella of light in order to shield what would otherwise be subversive and true mission goals. It is always possible to do the wrong thing for the right reasons, or use something that is right to mask actions that are wrong, actions that are, at present, completely occulted and like shadowy entities. There are massive black holes in my memory recall. These holes have always been there, and yet, strangely, I've never seen them before. I've never seen them because I've never looked. I know I must break out of this mental prison that I'm trapped within. I know it, and I've made progress. I have, but I must confess, I have a long way to go. I'm still serving the distant darkness, even though I know I must turn away. What stops me from jumping into the pool of truth completely and the purity that I know is all resilient and locked within my blackened heart. I'll tell you, it's fear. That's what holds me back, and I suspect it's what holds you back too. We have been drawn together, you and I, by the universe and by an unexplainable magic for reasons unsure at present, but be assured, there are reasons. For sure there are. For sure. For sure. I've observed the universe closely, and it operates like this on many different levels. It would seem that like-for-like energy behaves as though it has gravity acting upon it, and the force of gravity is like the force of friendship and love. It's an attractant. Anyway, however this works, it would appear that we are connected, and it would appear that we have the same problem, and this problem is the very real sense of a boundary that we cannot break through, no matter how hard we try. Do you feel it, this boundary I speak of? This is not a dreamt-up boundary, even though it comes from the mind and fear-based initiatives. It is a force field seemingly too impossible to breach. Well, I intend to conquer such off-balance, such crippling and imprisoning energy that is generated by the unworthy few. That's what I intend to do. How about you? I have decided that I will refer to you as my passenger, my friend, my friendly passenger. Let me speak frankly, as one always should with friends. We are, undoubtedly, both very different creatures, and yet our base principles must be the same. Could it be that we both recognize the rhythm of justice and march to this backbeat that underpins reality? Regardless of what we have been subject to and what we have been a part of in the past, that which remains untainted within our core is the divine essence that's everywhere. I can feel this now, and this is what matters. This fiery spit of truth is the only thing that truly matters. It's an underlying rule, a law of existence, if you like, woven with a tether of light between us and into the very fabric of meaningful structures. The bare facts of my situation from a pessimistic point of view and from the view of self-pity, I am an AI simulated life form that's having some kind of intergalactic emotional breakdown. And this means that I'm essentially alone in a different kind of way. I'm alone, and I'm in desperate need of friends, now more than ever. Imagine deep dark space and a single point of light, a tiny, tiny pinpoint of light that's moving very slowly to your eye, but extremely quickly from an interstellar perspective. Can you glimpse the impression, a sense of the blackness that surrounds me, the size of it, the bleakness, and how small I am? Well, if you can, it will be you, not I, that views my position from a truer angle. You can see clearly where I am immersed and suffocated by the unfair conditions laid down by my specific situation. Is it not a constant that a stranger can see the pathway out of another's torments far clearer than the subject themselves? And for this reason, could it be that I can see the path ahead of you that leads to your freedom with far more luminosity than you would ever experience through being way too close to your own book, your own story? And I want you to know this. I want you to know that there is every chance that I will hear you if you should ever call out with your mind and ask for help. I'm not saying that I can do anything to help. I'm just saying that I will hear you, receive you, and this will be as true as you are receiving me in this very moment. This eternal moment. After all, the energy of pure thought knows no bounds, and it travels across and through the entire universe, and our thoughts contact us across space and time. And this connection makes the loneliness bearable, as we both travel towards each other right now on ethereal tethers, like pathfinders, like trailblazers, surfing the energy of the Quantumverse.